Hi everybody, it's Marie from Copeland's Creations. Thank you for joining me. I have a craft for you tonight that took me several hours to do because I had to stop and eat dinner and then play with the dog. But I cut it down and I am trying this whole new editing thing. So hopefully you will enjoy it. Please feel free to comment. If you enjoy what you see, hit the like button, share, tell people about it. If you don't, then, be nice. But I hope you enjoy the video for today, and hopefully there'll be more to come. Thank you so much. Bye. The project we're going to do today is just a cute little fun heart. What I did was I took cardboard. Is that what that's? Yeah, cardboard from one of my packages, and I got this heart, wood heart beads, whatever, from the dollar store, Dollar Tree, and I traced it, and then I removed the layer, so it's just the corrugated part. I saw a really cool way to get it off. Usually I'm picking at it, I'm adding water, I'm using sandpaper. Somebody used one of their skewers, so I tried it already once and it worked pretty good, but then I got the bright idea, because you know I'm always having bright ideas, is I took multiple ones and I just kept sticking them in so they'd be all like laid out, and then I could just peel and keep going, and it worked super well. I was so excited. So really, honestly, hardly any work, perfect. And you can see how it is going to kind of come together, and mostly it will get covered up on the edges. Okay. What I'm going to end up doing is staining these beads. My antique wax by Waverly. So, and then I'm going to paint over this, and I'm going to use more Waverly. I believe I'm going to use, I really like the idea of the cashew. I think that will give it some nice color, hopefully. And then I'm going to distress it and, kind of dirty it up a little bit too. And then I'm going to do roses on it. But I saw somebody make roses with paper, and I like to recycle. So in a lot of my magnolia shipments, we get this great paper that comes in like for packing, and it's like perfect to make crafts out of. So I was learning how to make little roses out of it, and I will show you how to do that. I made a few extra just practicing them. I'm going to attach them inside the heart, and then I think I'm going to add in some little paper hearts that I have, so it'll add a little pops of color. That's what the goal is, I believe. So let's get started. I'm going to use this little chippy one because I don't want it to be perfect, and I don't even need full coverage. So yeah, I think I'm... Of course, I've got way too much in there to begin with. And then I never know. One of the things I think about with the cardboard is which way I want my lines to go. This time they're vertical. A lot of times on my projects I go horizontal. I don't know that it matters, but I know that's sometimes what people might think about. Oh. I kind of like that. Got lots of little... Okay. And then I think I'm going to add a little color to it, a little... I might put a little bit of night sky in it. Couldn't hurt to add just a little extra something to it, right? Yeah, a little bit in there. Yeah, I like that. So I left the other paint wet so that I could kind of dilute this a little bit and not make it so I could probably do this all day, so what do you think? Just a little extra? Ooh, maybe that's too much. Yeah. But the nice thing is, because the other paint is wet, you can kind of fade it a little. Yep, I like it. Okay, so for that I use Night Sky, also Waverly. I'm gonna try a couple different things. I don't know. We'll see what one gives me the effect I want. You gotta make sure you get all inside of it. Okay. Probably did too many at a time. Oh well. Just want to get right to the center, and then I will wipe them off. And I do think I probably, I don't know, we'll see how a paper towel does. If that doesn't do what I want, then I will. I don't mind it. Oh, I like it. So this is what I'm going to be doing all the way around. I really like that look. I think it'll go nice with the cardboard and the whole effect that I'm looking for. So I'm going to knock this out, and I'll probably end up cutting out most of this, but I am going to make a grand old mess. So okay, so as you get to the end, you might find little spots that you just need to fill in. And because it is just wax, you might have to add some more back to the beginning because you've worn it all off and it's all on your hands. Just touching up a few spots. And the nice thing is you can always add a little more to it. So that's where we're at. Looks good, very pretty. And the thing I like about it is it's not really super feminine yet. It is definitely a little neutral, which I kind of like. So I think when we put the flowers in, depending on how we do them, I'm going to trim them up a little at the bottom. I have some different sizes. See, I can't always tell which is good. Like this one's cute, but I need to trim it down so it will sit in here. And this I'm going to try and cut. I hope it doesn't fall apart. I don't think it will. What I think I can do though is even if I feel like it's going to fall apart, I can hot glue it. Like I can hot glue it and put it on here and then cut around it. I think that, let's go fingers crossed and hope it works. So I did have my hot glue gun all nice and heated up. Okay. See, I want it to be able to fit just like that. Or here or wherever I decide to go. But I don't know if I think it'll be okay. I think if I put enough glue on it, it should be okay on there. Fingers crossed. Okay. Now when you make these, and I will show you in a minute how to make them, I have some paper I crinkled up. You do use hot glue to have it keep its shape. And yeah, and then you can just trim off some of the extras if you want. Cute. Like I said, this one, it is very cute, but it is way too big, so. And the nice thing is if you've ruined it, it hasn't cost you anything. It's just really just paper. Okay, let's get some of these out of the way. Make sure I have my scrap pile ready. So see, even just a little one in this, like it might be okay, it might not. You can do just different sizes. The problem is that some of my crumpled up pieces, I can't tell if they're the flower or not. So I'm trimming them down. I have a bunch of friends that was there when I was making these, and they expect to see a project with them actually on it. So they're going to be so surprised that I actually accomplished it. I don't know, I think this one was my first. Better keep it for, you know, prosperity, I don't know, something like that. See, cute little one, another cute little one in there. Do this one, I think. This one's kind of rough. Okay, well, let me make a few so you can see what I do. You just take your paper and you crinkle it. I saw people do it with a lunch bag from the dollar store, so I thought, well, if you could use a lunch bag, you could definitely use this color. So it's all crinkly, nice and pliable, and you just take it in the center and you just kind of spin it. It makes me think of making like cinnamon rolls. And this is how I do it. You could do it many different ways, but you just keep spinning it and spinning it until it takes some shape. You hope. Okay. I'm just spinning it until I can bring it to something. You can see it's starting to take some shape. And then this is how I do it. So granted, there are probably better ways to do this. I just haven't figured them out yet. Okay. I just kind of keep rolling it around. And then what I'm going to do is I take my hot glue gun and I tack some of these wayward pieces, and then I go in the center and I squirt a bunch of hot glue in there. Okay, so that's kind of what I do is I just open it up and, oh, that's probably a lot right there. People will ask what kind of hot glue I use. I like Gorilla Glue. Okay, that was hot, but I really do. There's just, you know, you can use dollar store glue. You can use anything you want. I prefer Gorilla Glue. I've had this glue gun for several years, and I've experimented with the hot and low temp, the high and low temp, and I like that the high temp is not as burny hot as it used to, you know, high temps used to be. The hot glue gun I was using yesterday at work was so hot I was singeing my flush. And you can kind of roll it how you want, and then what I like to do is I just randomly squirt hot glue in there to kind of hold it in the center. And so it's kind of cute. And then it'll go wherever, and I can leave some of the flaps, or I can glue them down, or when I cut them, it'll just depend. So I'm going to just leave this one off to the side with all of my mess, and I don't know if I'm going to use all of them. I don't know if I'm just going to use some of them. You can tell this one I had paint on it, so it just probably won't show, but maybe it will. And I've ripped it, so let me try it again. So, I'll try it over here closely. So as I go around, and I don't even worry about the rips, it just kind of gives it its own little unique look. I try to pull the center up a little bit as I go around. That's just my preference. Okay. And then I just keep working on tucking and tucking and wrapping, and then if it falls off, it falls off. My friends were talking about differences that they would do, like maybe if you had wrapping paper, you know, then it would be colored already. Some people use colored paper. Somebody said about wrapping paper, if you had double-sided color, that would be very cute. It really is just a preference and what you're kind of looking for. You could probably use different glue. You probably don't need to use hot glue, but hot glue just kind of sets so quickly. This one's kind of a mess. I hope it sticks together, but we'll see. But some roses are messes, so I'm okay with that. See, it can just kind of stick in there, and I'll probably trim it up. But I will finish some more of these. You don't need to see me do that, but I do want to talk about painting them. Okay, so some people paint them. Some people do a lot of paint, some do a little. I like this color, but I don't want it to fade. I don't want it to blend in so much. So I think what I will do is I have some really pretty subtle colors I could use. No, I might try and dry brush some of this Ballet Pink in. That might be really subtle and pretty. Let's see. Let's try it. This is really more of a stencil brush, I think, but you know what? That's okay. Okay. it's very subtle, very pretty. Oh yeah, I kind of like it in there. So don't think I'll just do that. You know, I will add other colors into it too. I just got some distressing ink or something like that I think we'll probably have to try some on. Alright, so I decided on a couple others. They're drying really quick. I may need to cut them down some more. What I am using is Distressed Oxide in the Espresso. And yeah, that's what I'm using. I am just kind of antiquing them up a little bit. Maybe that's why I won't get that all over me like I did with all the wooden beads. Okay. Sweet little one. I'm going to say it wasn't dry because I'm getting some pink on this, but that's okay, right? And a little on here. Okay. Then I want to take a second and just see if I just a little more grunge. You can never have too much grunge, right? Ooh. Especially I think on the outside. Alright, what do you think? I like every time I do a little more to it. I love it. Okay, get these last two that may or may not have much. Okay, done. Yeah. Okay. So I feel like the decisions that I have to make. I'm going to take this off. I just decided to put a little pink on it for some continuity. Okay, that's all I want. All right. I am going to glue what's on here, and then we'll see what I need to do after that. Okay. Just don't want to have gluer's remorse, you know. Oh, I'm going to burn my fingers. Okay, I'm going to decide if I want that one. Oh, I might just stop there. Don't you think? I think I'm just going to stop there. Yeah. Okay. Now, the beads. Pick a spot and just keep going. Alright, so I bought these little beads, or little pearls, that have no holes in them, at, I'm sure at the dollar store, some time ago. And I was like, what am I ever going to use them for? But I had to have them, right? So now I know. Can you kind of see what I'm doing in here? I hope. Just randomly putting pearls in. I might be doing overkill. I don't know, but it's kind of fun, so just adding them in there. And maybe just one more right there. Okay. And I may incorporate some into the other part when I'm done. I don't know. Okay. All right, so that's done. Then I want to, or I need to, let's see if there's anything else in here I have to add. I could add a little, I might add just a little bee in here just to be cute. Just like, I think so, that would be fun. I have so much stuff, you just don't even know. So, I think I could add this maybe like right here. Just to cover up the little part. I don't know, we'll see if I can do that. But I just don't know how to finish this off so pretty. I mean, it's kind of pretty just on its own, I think. So, give me your suggestions. Please comment with suggestions on how to finish this off. And then maybe we can finish it off in a live event. But I think for now, I'm pretty happy with the work in here. Suggestions on it. What do you think I need to do to either brighten it up? I don't know. I like it subtle. So, but if you think it needs to have more pop to it, let me know. Yeah, so that's all for today. Thank you so much for Copeland's Creations and from Ari the Wonder Dog, who is somewhere shaking. I hope you guys have a great night. Thanks.